Also learned about the arrest of far-right influencer Jake Lang. The pardoned January 6th rioter who lives in Florida made multiple appearances outside the Carmelo Anthony trial this week. He's now in the Dallas County Jail on a $1 million bond and is facing charges of making terroristic threats. It's Lang's second arrest in North Texas this month.
Freedom! Woohoo! Going to get some barbecue and then get on a plane because I'm not allowed, the first man in American history, to be kicked out and banned from the state of Texas for my political ideologies, which also happen to be Ken Paxton's area here, the reddest area of Texas. They've kicked me out. This is how you know the shift is coming to Texas. When they kick out patriots, when they start to abuse judicial authority, what's next? Liberal takeover. Democrats are going to take Texas unless we win. We need to fight, stand, and win. Texas should remain for Texas and Christians. This is a Christian state and a Christian country. God bless you guys. Thank you, Fox.
This guy, Jake Lang, is a part of America, right? Make America great again. He's able to go around and harass black people, harass Muslims, right? There was like a Muslim mayor where he went up there with a pig. He did all kinds of stuff. He went to the Carmelo Anthony's case and threatened to put Carmelo on a tree and said that he told Alex Jones that he was just joking, right? This guy, he was part of the January 6th situation where he ended up going to prison, but they okayed this. Now, listen, a lot of you black conservatives, if this was a black man doing this, you guys will be saying he's a victim. You guys will be saying all kinds of vicious, vile, nasty, disgusting things about him, right? Stephen A. Snitch, Jason Fatlock. You guys will be saying all kinds of wild stuff, but y'all don't say nothing about Jake Lang, right? Jake Lang don't even exist to y'all, right? But there's thousands of people that agree and think like Jake Lang and act like him.
Go back, AIPAC, go back. That's the AIPAC building right there. White Christian men are not going to sit around while you turn our children into a bunch of... Where's the justice?
400 years.
Carmelo Anthony should be swinging from a tree outside this courthouse.
You're just mad that Oh, that's not surprising at all. Your hate
He's a
has
murderer.
no place in America.
He's a murderer,
Your
racist
time is
murderer.
over.
The black
Sad.
community refuses to call out the bad members. You need to call out your murderous members of your communities.
Whatever you talk about, I don't give a whatever you talk about, and you know it.
Now, man. Low impulse control. This is the reason why Austin can't sustain. This is a response.
So
that is
more
told.
white people can
This
jump
is
a
a
black
response
man.
they teach their young people to have. This is a response that the mothers, the black mothers in this community.
Mind you, this was the guy that crashed the Chud. When Chud was going to court, he got locked up because he wanted to be performative and show off, right? In the courtroom with Chud, and they threw him in jail, right? So he's been in and out of jail with his peoples because you know he's undercover part of that. You know he's he's with them, right? So he doesn't mind going back and forth to jail. He doesn't mind being performative. But then when he went to the Carmelo Anthony situation, like I said, he put that threat out there with Carmelo, and he ended up getting arrested, right? They arrested him off the plane. Right? And he ended up going and doing some time. And I believe that the same judge that gave Carmelo 35 years was the same judge that released him. Right? Because there was a black woman judge that gave him $1 million bail for the threats. But then that same judge was the judge that released him. Right? So he gets released. As soon as he gets released, he goes on to Alex Jones. Now he goes on to Alex Jones and he starts talking about what W men are going through and comparing their plight to the civil rights movement.
I was saying that if Carmelo Anthony gets off through some type of act of liberal coddling to criminals, which we see all the time, people getting off on crimes, people being released over and over again. I was saying with bravado, like, oh, I'll be the one to do the capital punishment. It was obviously to make a larger political statement in the heat of the moment. After I'd had dozens of death threats levied against me, I basically said, Carmelo Anthony deserves a death penalty, and I'll be the one to do it. Not in a serious way, not with actual weapons on me. And obviously, the state of Texas got a hold of this. The Democrats in Dallas got a hold of this. Days later, I said this in front of like 20 sheriffs. They acknowledged that I said it. They did not arrest me on scene because not only was this not a terroristic threat, but it wasn't even a normal threat. It didn't hold the thresholds White people are on the back of the bus. Christians are on the back of the bus. White men are being oppressed by the judicial system in this country, and it should be on the front cover of every newspaper. This is the new civil rights movement to ensure that white people don't get stamped out and mistreated and abused and oppressed by our judicial system. Outside the courthouse saying death penalty for Carmelo Anthony, capital punishment for Carmelo Anthony, and I get hit with a terroristic threat for advocating for a state-sanctioned solution to crime.
Well, look, my next question.
This is how far Texas has slipped. It has gone purple, and soon it'll be blue because the Democrats have completely usurped the judicial means in Texas. Do you know the person? She was a black female judge named Melody Lewis from Dallas. I was charged in Collin County, which is Ken Paxton's area. They brought me to Dallas to arraign me, and a Dallas woke activist black female judge, a Democrat, crazy activist, gave me $1 million bond. They're allowing this to happen in Texas. What do you think is going to happen in New York, in any of these other states that are already far gone? You have no semblance of justice. We are living under two-tiered persecution. White people are on the back of the bus. Christians are on the back of the bus. White men are being oppressed by the judicial system in this country, and it should be on the front cover of every newspaper. This is the new civil rights movement to ensure that white people don't get stamped out and mistreated and abused and oppressed by our judicial system.
Now, nobody takes this dude serious. Like, this dude is a joke, right? And he's saying just a whole bunch of jibber jabber. And I believe that he's a paid agent that they sent. They sent him there to cause division, right? He's one of these guys, man, that's part of the Make America Great Again, part of the 2030 agenda, where I keep telling you guys, I warned you guys a year ago. I said Trump's job on stage left is to bring out the male patriarchal society because it doesn't fit with the 2030 agenda for all-inclusive societies, right? And for sustainable development and rights for women. So now this male patriarchal society, you see how racist they are. Make America great again. And it's all about them, right? That way of thinking, their way of thinking don't fit in the new era and the new world that the world is going into. So now everything is being exposed, right? That's all it is. They said America was not racist, right? And they're creating this whole new paradigm. There's a paradigm shift coming. There's a whole new paradigm. And now everything is exposed. Well, Jake Long, he posted this breaking: we are leading a massive boycott with hundreds of crusaders outside the BET Awards in Los Angeles this weekend. We will stand up against the degenerate black culture that is destroying America, right? So he's threatening to bring thousands of men to the BET Awards to threaten black people, right? And talk about the degenerate culture. Now he's not talking about his people and all the things that his people do. He wants to bring all these people to LA to threaten black people, right? I mean, it's gotten so bad that even Nick Fuentes is peeping game and coming after this guy.
Jake Lang. Okay, and I say that as a real white Christian nationalist. I say that as a real former Trump supporter. I say that as a real counter-Semite. You and a douchebag, and you need to go back, disgusting pig. I see this guy, and it's like he's literally a paid actor. The way he's doing a fake Trump voice, the way he's doing his best Trump impression, the way he's doing these, it's like, who's paying for the U-Haul van? Bill Ackman? Guy? It's insane. And people are going, oh, he's a patriot. Yeah, he's a patriot for Israel. He's a patriot for he's a patriot for the New World Order. He's Laura Loomer, except less masculine. You know, I was going to tweet that. I was workshopping that. I was like, he's like Laura Loomer, but a guy. But then I was like, well, he's actually less of a guy. That's a joke. But he's literally doing the same thing as Laura Loomer. Yeah, look over here. And then they trap you into this, oh, so you're defending Muslims. Oh, you're defending Islam. You know who's falling for it? Braden Sorbo. What is that? Yeah, I'm calling you out, Braden, who totally turned on Elijah Schaffer on a dime. Where's your Rift badge, buddy? What happened? Got too hot for you? I see Braden Sorbo on too. Nice guy. But he's on the timeline. Oh, it's Islam. Oh, it's these Muslim immigrants. What's going on? Is it the blood memory? Like, People need to be called out. We need to go to war. It is time to name and shame the shills. Name and shame every shill. If you are not with your whole being right now against the war in Iran, you need to be called out. Otherwise, don't call yourself right wing. Don't call yourself America first. Don't call yourself a Trump supporter.
So Jake Lane is even being exposed by the hardcore W supremacists. Even the hardcore W supremacists is not taking this guy serious. And I told you guys, man, these guys on stage left, they just here to expose the W male patriarchal society. That's all they're doing, right? Because the 2030 agenda is being ushered in, and the 2030 agenda is a whole paradigm shift. You already see the world changing. All of the things that we were used to in the old world, those things are going away, and they're ushering in new things. These people are trying to make America great again and take it back to the things that oppress us, right? But it's all an act. It's just part of a show, right? And they being called out for it. Nobody takes Jake Lane serious, not even the hardcore W supremacists. But y'all gotta let me know what y'all think. He's planning on bringing thousands of black people to the BET Awards to harass black people. Let me know what y'all think. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.